Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Tech Time with T. Today we have 2010 Nissan Versa SL. We do a rear brake job today with a drum system. Let's go for it, guys. Alright, first thing you want to do is check out the car to remove the tires. Alright, that's what I'm doing next. Check out the car. Alright, just use a jack stand to pull up the car. Slowly load on the car, so stay on the jack stand. Remove it. Alright, next step I want you to do is just take out the wheel cover, which is a plastic cover really, and just grab both sides and just pull just like that. Okay, it's plastic. Alright, next thing you want to do is remove the 4 lug nuts by using a 21mm socket. What I have here. One. And the 4th one. And here come the tires. Once the lug nut comes out, just remove the tires and put it right under the car for safety reason. There you go. Alright, I try to wiggle it out to try to take it out the drums, but it does not work. So I'm going to try to tap it with like a rubber mallet. So hopefully it comes out easy. Let's bring it to the rust right now. I have to hit the stud. It's coming out. Let me see. Alright, you can see I try to use the rubber mallet. This does not work, but it worked a little bit. To make my life a little easier, I'm going to actually use the screws, put 2 screw holes and try to force it out. There you go. And just use the, I think 12mm for this one. So basically the screw. Alright, just keep screwing it in. There's 2 screws, so just try to do it both sides so it balances out. I can see it's coming out pretty good. There you go. There you go. There we got it. I think the screw is 8.125. That fits the hole. Alright guys, once the drums comes off, and what I would recommend is, but it's your preference, I take out the top string first, or you can do the bottom first also, but I recommend the top one. I think it's easier to take out. So just take a grip of this and then just slide it out. just like that. Gotta put some force into it, and that's how you do it. Alright, once you remove the spring, go with take out this metal piece. It's part of the adjuster. Just it's hanging, that's all. There you go. That's what it is. Also, I would recommend before you take everything out, I would snap a picture of it, so that's where you know where the locations are. I recommend that. Okay. All right. Next time, there's a back spring here. Just get a flat head and just push it off the thing. All right. There's the back spring. Just get a flat head and just push it off. There you go. That's out. To the back. Alright, you can see once all the spring comes out, there's no more tension at all, so it just, the whole shoe just comes off, just like that. Okay, and that's the adjuster here, and this is the shoes. You can see I definitely need to be changed. Alright, that like it's eating up all the pads. Okay, let's do it. And once, as you can see, once the shoes comes off, there's the bottom spring here, just remove it. It's pretty easy. Once the top spring, there's no more tension and everything's loose, so just take out the spring. And that's part of it. And this here, and another spring down here. Alright guys, I want to show you this in a way. To remove this left side of the shoes, and there's an e-brake cable here, which is attached to this metal piece. So basically what I did was get a needle pliers, and you gotta move this back to make some space like that, and then just slide it out from the cable, and then that's how you do it. Also, to put it back in the same way, just careful with this here. You don't want to break the spring either, so just get the plier and then move it back and slide this back right in there, and that's how you put the new one in as well. It's the reverse of taking it out, okay? And that's how you get it out. So I just want to let you know that we do need to take it out, because we've got to remove this piece to reuse it. They come with the pads only, not this metal piece, which we need. And it's right off the spring of the cable spring for the e-brake. Alright, that's how you do it. Alright, let's put everything back together, clean a little bit here, and then we put the new parts in. Alright guys, so as I said, we recommend before you remove all the parts, you will take a snap of a picture what it looked like, and also once you get it out, you try to line up what it's supposed to go in afterward. If you have the new ones, great. And this is the old one, which has the two pads, and then there's a bottom spring here. Basically, you line up to see, make sure you know what to put in first and properly put it back in, or otherwise it won't work. Okay, see, there's also this adjuster, the two spring on the top, and this is the part of the adjuster. And this here is this comes from the back right here, this hold, and then there's a spring, and then you put this on to hold it in place. So that's what we put it right here for now. And I think that's it. It's both on the left side and the right side. You can see that's where the e-brake cable is right here. That's where it's slipped into, which is just like that. All right, most time you do the drum brakes, the rear brakes, and you actually need to take let me show you this clip here. Sometimes it does not come when you buy the new parts. You have to reuse this part of it right here, so that you know. You do not throw that away, and try not to damage it. But you can actually buy a brand new set of this here, except the adjuster and this piece of adjuster, and everything else can be bought brand new if required, that you need it, which I do need to be replaced. As you can see, the spring and this cap here and the pin, it's like rusted and it's kind of broken really. So I will have all brand new one here, and I'll show you after. Alright, let's do install the new one in, and got new brakes. Alright, I just want to show you this real quick. So basically like a washer or like a clip, like hold this metal piece to the shoes, and you just use the like a flathead, just try to open this up a little bit, and then you just take this out and remove it. Usually it doesn't come with when you buy the shoes. Alright, reuse them. Very rusted. Here's a push pin. Yeah, I don't think it can be used anymore. And this. Alright guys, once everything comes off, as you can see it's pretty nice and empty. I would recommend is clean a little bit with brake parts cleaner. That's what I'm using before you put it back in the. Either you gotta put a new one in, just clean this up, or if you are reusing the old one, I would recommend you clean with the brake part cleaner first before you uninstall it. But right now, because I'm using all new parts, and that's why I'm actually gonna clean this up a little bit before I install the new one in. You can see sturdy, but hey, old car, 2010. I don't know why I like this smell. Nothing. Okay, I got the new parts straight from Advance Auto. Part number is S919. It's rear brake shoes, and that's what I got from Advance Auto. So this is what it looked like. Brand new. And it's it right there. One for the left, one for the right. Okay, basically I want to make sure you are actually, I'm trying to arrange the old parts right here and then the new parts up here, so that way when it goes in, that's how we're gonna do it. Okay, so I want to compare the parts. As you can see, I just want to compare the pads right here. See the pads? Just want to show you real quick. It's actually, this is how thick it is, and it's like so thin. That's why it's making a noise, squeaking noise. Just want to let you know that part of it. Okay, and let's get the new parts here and new springs and everything, which I bought already. Which one is too old and rusted. I'm not gonna use most of these, except the adjuster here, and part of the adjuster is what I need for all my new parts. All right, let's go do it. Alright guys, right here, I got the new hardware with me right now. I bought it, Advance Auto of course, and the part number is 87351, and it's what it looked like. And I got all different colors. It's pretty cool, I think. Hopefully, probably gonna rust it out, but it's okay. It's nice and brand new, and that's what I'm doing. I want to make sure I put it the right location, and that way when it goes in properly, it'll be easier for me to do. Okay, 87351 brake hardware kit. What we got? All the new hardware. Spring, small spring, large spring. The four pins, and the caps. Alright guys, before I install everything, you want to remove is the horseshoe washer. That's what it should like. So basically use a flathead, and there's an open gap right here. Just try to open up a little more so that you can slide it out. So that's what I'm doing. So basically just put it on where the gap is and twist it so you open a little bigger. Of course it can move on me. There you go. Bigger, and then so basically, you know, once the gaps open a little bigger, which I need to be a little bigger here, just like that. And if you try to wedge the flathead under it to get it out, as you can, just basically just get it out. Alright, once you have the gap open a little bit and put in a flathead in the middle of it, and just get a hammer, just try to tap it out, just like that. go. Coming out nicely. And there it goes. Alright, there's a shoe washer, I guess. And once it's out, just pull it up, and there's your piece you need for your new parts. Alright, get the hardware out, like the metal piece for the e-brake. So I just want to clean a little bit. It's a little dirty right now, so I use an old pot cleaner that I used spray earlier, so just to get some debris out of here. Doesn't hurt to clean a little bit anyway, so. Alright, here's the new shoes. We're gonna install this part of the e-brake and this hardware, which just like that. That's how I took it out. And we just go to here. Then I grab the horseshoe washer and put it right here, right there. So that's what I'm gonna do next step. Got one of these, which I got two of them. It depends on what pads you buy. Sometimes they don't have it with this, so make sure you look at it and use the old one. Don't damage the old one. But on this one here, it's a little more expensive, the quality of it, and that's why they give this with the pads when I buy the new pads. So we're gonna put it in place. Get a plier, grab that, and just push it in just like that. Okay, and then we gotta get a just close this up right here. So once the horseshoe going all the way, and just get a plier and squeeze the tip of it so it closes. Alright, try to squeeze the tip. Keep moving now. Go, and there you go. Just like that. Perfect. Okay, once I squeeze to close it, I can see it's moved freely, and it's not coming out. So that's what it looked like. Okay, brand new horseshoe washer. So brand new shoes, and it's gonna be good to go. Alright, get the new hardware out and use it. Go. Spring. Okay, I want to lay it down. So you got the long spring, the shorter spring, this here, this, that, and then another cap. That, okay, and short spring, which right here, and let's do it. So just like that. Okay. All right. Make it your life easier. You should put like a spring here and a cap, and then use a vice grip and hold the cap and the vice grip to hold the cap and the spring together, just like that. Okay. That. Align it. Then push down the spring, which half the pin comes out. and you twist to hold just like that. Okay, and let it go. So it stays how it is. Alright, next step, what you do is recommend to put the bottom spring next. So basically hook that there, and then the new one, put it there, and that should be like just like that. And then you align the hole and put the cap in the spring to hold the pads in place, the shoes. Okay, here you go. Cap, spring, and put them together like that. So we can push it right in. Okay, put this in the back, come through, just like that. And while your finger holding one the pin from the back, pushing it out, and put the spring in, and then push it like that, and twist it just like that, and let it go. Go align this here, and that's it for now. I put the other spring up from the top. Alright, before you put this adjuster back, I would recommend to put some grease or anti-seize on a thread, so it's easier for us to adjust it if we need it later, and it's in this part of it as well. Alright, that's what we're doing. So just get a flathead, get some, for me I'm going to put some grease in it. Okay, and that's what I'm doing. Alright, grab some grease. Just run it through it a little bit right here. That. Okay, and then just put it back in the adjuster. So it runs smooth. Put it all the way through for now, through the thread. We can adjust it after. There you go. Alright, part's done. So just put on the other side of it. Next, put some grease on the other side. Like, put it right in there. Okay, and that's how you do it. Just like that, right in there. Okay.
Let's install it.
Let's do it. Alright, next one you do is says there's two part of this here, the adjuster. So basically there's two gap. So basically the small gap is going to be outside, and the bigger gaps will be the inside, and it's on the left side. Just like that, how you put it in. Alright guys, what you want to do first, next is, so basically next time you want to do is just make sure this is the long side of it, and this is the most spring. So you want to hook the right one first to the back. So make sure you put this one first, because when you put other stuff in, you can't really have access to it. So basically you just want to get the first back of the hole here, just like that. There you go. So that's how it is. It's way in the back here, and this thing's pressing out. Alright, next up, get a needle nose plier and get a grip right here, and then you want to pull and try to put it in backward just like that. So basically hooking from the back, both sides, to the right side and also the left side, and that's how you do it with a needle nose plier. And that's hold everything in place right now, and now you can do the next step. Okay. Alright, next step, put the adjuster in. So basically you can see there's two gaps here. The smaller gap should be outside and inside, and then the bigger gaps for the inside. And the right side, I would recommend you do the right side first. And as you can see, I put everything right inside the adjuster. so make it smaller, so easy to get in there. Just do that right side first, and then you can see there's you gotta actually have to pull this a little bit so it goes in easier, just like that. Okay, and then you just put it back in, and that is it for the adjuster. 2 gaps in there, just like that, and that's it. Okay. All right. Next step I want you to do is put in the adjuster stopper. So there's a hook here. Go to that hook. I can see. I can show you right now. So just like that. Just like that. That's why we have that the gap, the smaller gap outside, with just part of the adjusters in it, just like that. Okay. The right one up. Grab this here and pull hard, just like that. There you go. That's how you do it. Alright, just summarize what we did here before we put the tires and everything back on and the rotors. Basically, the first step you do is to do the e-brake cable in the back, and then once you finish that, do the 2 shoes, and then the spring caps and the pins. Once you finish both sides, you put the small bottom spring here. Once you finish this, so basically everything is in together right now. It's in whole place by the spring and the caps, and the small spring on the bottom. Next step what you do is put in the small spring in the back, which is the hook is coming out from the back to the outside part of it, as you can see. And because if you don't put that in, you put the adjuster first, you can't put in the small spring in the back. So small spring in the back. Next time is the adjuster. Put the adjuster stopper. Once the adjuster stopper in, you put the big spring up front. And that is the whole process of doing a drum system. Alright, here's the new drum for the car. Part number is YH140820, and it's from Vince Auto, brand name, wherever. And this is the part. This is the drums. Let's go. You can see it's brand new and protected by oil, so we need to spray it down with the brake part cleaners afterwards before we install it. That is a brand new. That's what it looks like. Okay, what you want to do is just spray the surface a little bit with the brake part cleaners. Okay, that. Wipe it down, because oil is protected, so it won't be rusted. And then do the outside part. Don't really need to, but it's oil, so why not? And that's it. Just like that. Okay, let's install this baby. Alright, just this is a brand new drum. Let's line the hole with the stud and put it in. Just like that. There you go. Just take that test. We're just testing it out. As you can see, it's pretty loose right now. What you're going to do is take it back out and adjust the adjuster. Make it a little tighter. Alright. Push it up. Let's use the adjuster. So you want to open up the little bit. Once you open, and then you try it out again, and then keep doing it. I need more than this though. Alright, let me try it out. Okay, align the stud. Okay. Alright. So you want to test it out. Still loose still. So what you want to tighten up a little bit. So basically you want to do is just adjust it through the hole. So basically it goes up. So that way it's tight, and just keep testing it. So do a couple there. And then take it out. Alright, let's put it back in. Okay, a little loose still, so when you do it, you want to adjust a little more through the hole here. Spin it. It's getting tighter, it's good. Maybe a little more. Just a little bit. You don't want to be too tight either. So we can do a little more. Still a little loose. There you go. I think this is good. Alright, this is pretty tight. So I think we're good. Alright, once everything's fine with the drums are in place, and what you want to do is put the rubber cap back in where the just holes are. So just put that in. It's from the old one. It does not come with the new one at all. So we just do that, and that is it. So preventing the rain to go in there and rust all the kit. So that's all you need to do. Alright, before you put the tires back on, I would recommend put some anti-seize on the drum. Right here, between the stud. Like light on the stud, between the stud. Don't put it on the stud though. There. And this here. Okay, that's it. The wheel's back on. Alright, tires back on. So align with the stud. There you go. Sand. Get your nut. Usually you want to by hand first. Don't want to put them all together yet. So go. Okay, when you put one to hold tie it together in place, put all the other one, the nuts, by your hand first before you use the tool, power tool for it to tighten the nut. This last one, we want to go in smooth. Don't want to strip the threads. Alright. Well, you tighten my hand first, and then just tighten up with the tool. Okay. This one here. Okay. This one. Alright, that's how you do it. Now you put the cap back on, you're good to go. Plastic. Alright, now just put the cap back on. Just but clips in away. Just like that. Snap, snap, snap this, and that's it. That's good to go. Thank you guys for watching Tech Time with T, and that is how you do a 2010 Nissan Versa SL rear brake drum system. Please don't forget to check out my video, subscribe, dislike, like, 2 thumbs up. Thank you, and you have a good day.